Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Laura and I am a solo slash single mom, you could say, of one daughter. And today our video consists of getting things done. So we're starting off strong here with making my bed. I absolutely love the feeling of clean sheets, and so I try to diligently do this every week. I think there's only been one week that I've accidentally gone 2 weeks, and that was just because I didn't get it done in time and probably didn't do it during the week. So I usually do this every Sunday. I get my sheets washed, I wash my blanket, I wash my comforter every 2 weeks, and same with my pillowcases, not the like they're both white, but so I have memory foam pillows and there's like a zippered part that you can wash, so I do that every other week along with the comforter. And now I am just putting away some laundry because we all know laundry never stops. I feel like every time I do laundry and I record it, I'm like, gosh, I bet people are so tired of watching me do laundry, but it literally never ever ends. And I also do that once a week, usually on the weekends. Excuse me. I usually try to do like 2 or 3 loads, which is really all that I have right now because I don't have to do like towels or blankets because my mom does all of that because if you're new here, we're currently me and my daughter are living with my parents temporarily until our house is being built, or our house is done. It's being built. I did the Habitat for Humanity program and I'm super excited. As of right now, it looks like it's going to hopefully be done in August, and then we'll be signing paperwork and everything in September, and hopefully we'll be able to move in. The latest they said is like beginning of October, and I really hope we don't have to wait that long. But the good thing is we are here and there's no like time frame that we need to be out, which I am so thankful for, because if I would have stayed in our apartment, I would have been kind of upset because at first I thought it was going to be like our house was going to be done like he said late spring or early summer, and that's obviously not the case. They've had some delays with the permits and things like that, and that's totally understandable, but I would have been frustrated because my rent was going to go up, and so I made the decision to ask my parents to live here instead. And it was definitely a huge adjustment for us at first, but we have kind of gotten to the groove and the routine, and we are doing really well. Now the next thing it'll be hard to leave. But anyway, now I've moved on to my daughter's bedroom. I am going to make her bed. I had to wash her sheets. Something happened. I think she got a couple nosebleeds. She gets those really randomly, usually at night. I spilled her water next to her bed. She loves a cup of ice cold water before she goes to bed. She never drinks all of it, but we have it by the bedside. Wait, I'm sorry. It wasn't spilled. There was blood on the floor and I was just getting it up and I was using her water. I stand corrected. And so we have been struggling with that for actually probably a couple years now. She used to get them like every month, but then they kind of slowed, and I took her to the doctor and we were going to get her nose cauterized, but we decided not to do that because it can have kind of like effects on them because they go in and like burn the capillaries, is how I understood it. And I think a lot of people get it done. It's pretty like routine, but her dad was like, no. And so I am respecting that. And it's like I said, it is slowed. I need to get a humidifier back into her bedroom because I think that will help, because we also run a fan for like noise and because she gets really hot. And so I think if I bring that back, hopefully that will help with the bloody noses, but she still gets them sometimes. Anyway, so now we've moved on. Just doing a little bit of laundry. I did do towels this week because my mom was gone. She and my dad went out of town. And so like I said, I'm doing the towels because she said if I wanted to, I could. And I was like, you know what, might as well. And now I'm just unloading the dishwasher because I ran it, I think the night before, and this was like the night after. So it did take me a really long time to get this done, but we did get it done eventually. So, all right, I'm going to stop talking now. You guys are probably tired of hearing me. It's been almost 6 minutes. So let's play some music and get the rest of the dishwasher unloaded. All right, so we got all of our dishes done in the kitchen. Looked a lot better. Obviously, I put them away and then did some more. And now we have moved on to cleaning the bathroom. This has not been done in a little while. I mean, my mom, she cleans like the sink and the toilet, but I just mean like the areas that I keep all of my stuff in. So I'm going to try to reorganize this and wipe it down. Also, my medicine cabinet, I haven't done this probably since I moved in, which was way back in like December or January. So definitely time for a good deep clean. I try to do this like somewhat often. I don't do it as much as I should. And so I was really happy to get in here and get this all done this weekend. It just sometimes gets hard because like I said, my mom, she does a lot of it. She's retired, and so she has a lot of time on her hands, and she doesn't mind, at least I don't think, cleaning. And so I try to do this like when she goes out of town just because it's hard. There's a lot of us here. And this was a Saturday night, and my daughter was with her dad. And so I was able to take some time and really, really deep clean. And I feel super blessed to be able to do that. I mean, if she didn't go there with her dad, I would obviously get it done some way, somehow, and she would probably help me. But as we all know, having kids help can be very, very difficult, and honestly, it just doesn't get done as fast. But this did take me, I would say, probably a good, like, I think I started it at 7 and I was maybe done by like 7:45, but then I did let the like cleaner sit in the shower, so that took another probably like 15 minutes, so probably like an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. And I didn't do the floor this night. I ended up doing that like on Sunday the next day. Anyways, it's kind of a lot. It's kind of overwhelming. And I didn't want to be down here like all night. Not that the floor would have taken a super long time, but I also couldn't find like the bucket the cleaning bucket that we use. And so I was like, how am I going to do this? Because I'm pretty sure my mom like does it on her hands and knees, which I can do, but I don't really like to do that. I would usually use like a little Swiffer, or I would use my like cedar mop on like my hard floors when they were, because it's, a very large area. But for the bathroom, I would just use my tiny little Swiffer with the pad. But for this one, I'm getting on my hands and knees and doing it that way. Anyways, so I apologize for this angle. I was probably not thinking and just trying to get this done. So I am up higher on the top. You can't really see, but I'm just cleaning everything off of the shelves. And then I did wipe them down with the Clorox wipe, the very, very top. And then there's like a couple shelves. And then before that, over there in the corner, that white little rolly container is like our hair bin, you could say. It's got like ponytails, clips, headbands, brushes, things like that. So I didn't like take everything out and clean that, because I have done that, I think, pretty recently. And really what I just need to do is wash all of our like ponytails, but I couldn't find the bucket and the sinks. Like I usually would do it in the sink, but I have a hard time. Like they don't stay closed for whatever reason. And the one time I did it upstairs and then I couldn't get it unclosed, so I'm not going to mess with that. I decided to either just do it all in the bathtub, which actually I might end up doing that because the bucket's not super big, but I put them all in hot water and barbicide, which, if you don't know, that's what hairstylists use for their cleaning, for their hair tools. And I have my license, and so that's just how I like to do it. It probably doesn't really need to be done that way because it's not being used by multiple people, but I still just like to do it that way. So that's just how I've always done it. So I kind of jumped around a lot cleaning these 3 couple shelves just because I wanted them to dry because they're not like real wood. It's probably some kind of fake, I don't know what kind of material it is, but I tried to let them dry a little bit, and then I went and put everything back on the shelves, and I'm kind of disappointed because like I said, my angle was off on the shelf over the toilet, and so you guys didn't get to see like how that was organized, so kind of disappointed. But anyway, now I've moved on to cleaning my very, very gross makeup brushes. It's been a while since I've cleaned them, and this one specifically, it's like a 2-sided brush from Elf, and the one side that I use to put my makeup on, it's permanently stained, probably because it wasn't cleaned enough, but anyway, it's okay, not a big deal. But I am trying to be better about cleaning these a little more often because I know they harbor bacteria. And so, like I said, we're doing that. And I do this by just using, like, also probably harboring bacteria, a bar of soap. I believe it's Dove. I think it's the antibacterial kind. And I try to get like the unscented. But I've been doing this for years and it seems to work pretty well. I know there's like probably like brush shampoos and things like that, but I don't wear as much makeup as I used to, so I don't have to do this like as often. I usually wear it to work and it doesn't even stay on the whole day, which is disappointing, but I probably would do better if I used like a primer. But I've struggled with like acne and breakouts for a lot of my life, probably because of makeup a little bit, but also like because of hormones and things like that. So I try to use like very minimal products, but it would probably stay on better if I use like a primer. But anyway, it's fine, no big deal. And I should say I'm very fortunate that a lot of my acne has cleared up, thankfully, as I'm in my 30s, and I feel like, why should we still be dealing with that? Like, did it all throughout my teenage years, but I'm using like a tretinoid cream. I don't use it every single day just because it can make your skin super sensitive to the sun, and I do wear sunscreen every day, but I noticed it gets really, really dry. And so I have just been using it recently because I've had some pretty bad breakouts around my chin area. So I've just been putting it on there. But as you saw, I cleaned out my medicine cabinet. I got that all reorganized. It's looking much better. I was going to throw away anything that was expired, but I only ended up throwing away one, like Highlands nighttime cough medicine. I used to give that to my daughter a lot when she was much younger, but haven't had to in a while, which is great. And now I'm cleaning out this little tiny shelf. The inside holds my makeup and makeup brushes and then like a few other things. And then up top here, this is like my hair area, like hair, as you can see, I have a whole bunch of hair products I'm trying to get through. I bought a couple more, and I got a couple, I'm trying to think, like I wanted heat protectant because I'm running out of my Iron Shape from Redken, and these were like blowout ones, so I probably didn't get the right products, but I'm going to try them and see how they work, and hopefully they'll still be okay. So like I said, just wiping things down, getting it clean, and then I'll put everything back up on my hair shelf and put those things, the makeup and the brushes, back in that little cabinet. But I'm trying to let them dry just a little bit. But here we go. I usually had my daughter's hair stuff up here too, but it just is starting to get way too cluttered. Like I said, I need to start using my stuff up. So you'll see at the end, I did put it up on the shelf, like the over the toilet shelf, along with her caboodle, which has like her makeup stuff in it. But it's kind of disappointing because we just kind of figured out she's allergic to red dye, so we had to throw some of her makeup away. So we've moved on to the shower. So like I said, I put this, it's like, I think it's Scrub Soft in the bathroom with bleach, or in the shower with bleach. I don't know if this is good to use on this. It was like one of the only things in the basket that my mom had, not realizing under my sink is like more like sprays and things, but a lot of them have bleach in them. But I don't think that's super good for this shower because I think it like tears up the caulking in here, which I've had a lot of problems with in the past. Like when I lived here as like a adult slash teenager, when I was living with my parents, obviously, and I feel like it tore up the caulking and it didn't really get the mold out very well. So I did use it. I'm probably going to ask my mom if that's what she does, just in case, because I don't want to tear up their shower. Like when I was a teenager, I don't think I cared as much, but now I care a lot more about things because I've had my own place before. And so I'm going to ask and just double check and see what she uses so that I'm not tearing up the caulking and it's not ruining anything. I mean, I know with time, caulking obviously comes off and all of that, but this shower, like they had to get redone and it was just kind of a big hassle. I mean, honestly, it's like, sadly, like kind of like the worst kind of setup you could say for a shower, but it works. It doesn't get used very often. I'm like the only person that really showers in it. So sorry for all the weird angles. It's just really hard to get a good angle on this because it's just so small. Like I just can't put my camera anywhere else. So, and then the door was really streaky, so I decided to use the Windex because it had vinegar in it. If not, I was just going to mix vinegar and water and clean off the door to get like the soap scum and the streaks off. And that actually worked out really well. So that was definitely a good idea on my part. But I did kind of scrub this in and then I let it sit for probably like 20 minutes. I went upstairs and kind of played on my phone for a little bit. But anyway, this is the end result of the bathroom. Like I said, next I'm going to work on the floor, but this is what everything looks like. It makes me so happy to have a clean space. I am letting those brushes dry, but these are what the cabinets look like that I reorganized with just some of the things that I have. And like I said, I am always so happy with a nice clean area. It just brings so much joy to me, even if it's just for a short time or just for a couple days, but it's so refreshing to have a nice clean space. So, yep, this is what everything looks like. Still cluttered, but somewhat organized. So I'm definitely happy with that. Looks so much better. The shower, you can't really tell too much after being scrubbed, but it is just nice to have it look nice and clean. So here is the floor. I obviously swept it first. It's not really super dirty. This bathroom doesn't seem to get dirty very quickly, especially the floor. For whatever reason, there's not even a lot of hair, which is kind of shocking to me. So anyway, I got some Lysol in the bucket with the rag, and I'm going to go on my hands and knees and clean this. Like I said, not my favorite way. I don't know how my mom does this. I think she has knee pads, but she still does like her kitchen floor like this. And I don't know how she does it because maybe I just have terrible knees, but I just don't like it. It's really uncomfortable. But anyway, we are getting it done. And then I kind of have forgotten because I don't do this very often. And like I said, I usually would use my Swiffer, but I forgot, forgot to grab a towel to be able to dry it. So I did end up like going on the floor. Here's the towel to wipe it all down. And then after I'm done, I'm just going to let it dry for a little bit and then put the bathroom back together. But that's pretty much the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate everyone that has liked, ever commented, subscribed to my channel. It means so much to me. I cannot thank you enough. Hoping this year in 2026, even though it's almost half over, that we'll have some more growth, and I'm excited to show you guys my new house and do lots of cleaning and cooking and lifestyle videos there. So this is everything once it's done. Like I said, I hope you have enjoyed it, and just a little wave. Bye for now.